Alright guys, we're gonna start up here in just a minute. So hang tight, don't forget to like the new stream. You guys killed it yesterday. Killed it. With that engagement. That video is still like #1 in search results the next day. That's never happened before, so it's all you guys. It's amazing. Give me about 5 minutes, so hang tight and we'll get this show on the road. Alright. I think we're good. Just had to do my background stream checklist. And should be good, so dope. Alright, yesterday was a wild day. Wild day in the crypto markets. Awesome to have so many new faces here, so many new interested people. And we got what we wanted. We got what we asked for, so very successful day. Starting it off early. Thank you for the 5, Tito. Could Bidao be a scam? You're providing liquidity. Gains are sick. Well, it depends what you mean by scam. I think is likely the first thing you need to address in that. Could you lose money? The answer is yes. There is no such thing as a investment that has no risk. Doesn't matter what it is. Real estate, lots of people view real estate as no risk investment, and that's just not the case. I don't know why I didn't read that if it didn't. I thought it did, but guess not. So can you lose money? Yes. I'm not sure the intricacies of Bidao. So I can't really speak to that, whether it's specifically a scam. When I refer to something as a scam, I would assume it's a exit scam. Like there's someone at the top who can take the money and run. And I don't know, it's probably something you need to look into. The distribution of the coins is going to be important there to answering that question. But I think you really are kind of looking for the answer of, can I lose money? And the answer is yes. There's no such thing as a return without a risk, because that means there's no one to pay you that return. If you ever see a situation where they're offering a return without a risk, you should be very wary, incredibly wary. In fact, I personally wouldn't even investigate something that offered me that, because it can't be true. You can't just create value. So I hope that answered it for you, Tito. Not sure. Let me know. So yes, yesterday, going back, we got what we wanted. Oh, I forgot to look up the clip. I knew I forgot something. Well, I'll just quote myself then later. We closed in our probability box. The magical box of probability. It was a clutch close. Into the last hour, price rose up closed above our 10,761 target and continued upwards to 10,920, a little bit over. If you guys were here in the episode yesterday, you likely heard my predictions of, I think the probability box is the most probable close for today, for the month, for the quarter. And then I said I would not be surprised to see a close in the box, a run to support 10,920, and then, yes, if you were here, you remember this, and then a sell-off to 10,550. That's what we got. Everyone who was here yesterday had a glimpse into the future. And of course, that was just the most probable course of price action. It's not fortune telling, not magic. Oh.
I like to move it.
Dallinson. Thank you, Dallinson, for the 5. And I like to move it too. So he got the sell-off, overshot down to 10,425. Looks like price is recovering now, so we're starting off October to a spicy little number. I don't think we could ask for anything more. So where are we looking now? What's important? Probability box is no longer in play, no longer a factor. So we need to turn our eyes forward and start looking for the most probable next move. We may not have one yet, may not have enough of an edge. But with that close, where is this? With that close, things are looking good for 2020. You know, it was a last second, it was a squeaker. Just barely closed. 10,771. No, above that. Squeaker, last second, real buzzer beater, it's called that. 10,779 versus 10,761. So a 0.3%. That is nothing. That is so little. But that's okay. It's still a close above resistance. It is the second highest close in Bitcoin history. Second only to the October 17th. I guess that's that was Q3 2017. So 3 years later, second highest Bitcoin close in history on the quarterly. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing stuff. It probably didn't seem or feel that exciting. Maybe it did, because I was excited. I don't know how you guys felt. We had that chat problem last night. Probably didn't feel that good though, because that's not a great monthly close. It did close above 10,761, but this is ugly on the chart, man. It's a big bodied red engulfing bearish candle. So that definitely could have played a role. I heard a lot of talk about the monthly close and the upcoming weekly close previous to yesterday night. And I just kind of sat there and laughed to myself, like, these guys are so sure, like, man, September's closing ugly, and it's gonna, you know, they're back to a bear market. It's crypto, anything's possible. But this monthly, just by itself, isn't that important. It was all about the quarterly close. All eyes should have been on this quarterly close. And so now we're seeing a little selling, we're seeing a little uncertainty, probably to be expected. We have this nasty monthly. We have what I assume is a nasty weekly going on too. Yeah, not too great. And so if you remember yesterday, we had certain zones we were looking for of price, and the most important one was 10,761. But there were others. I think it was 11,350, 11,655, I believe. We had those two zones above. And had that monthly been able to reach those numbers, I don't think that the most probable move would be what we're seeing now. I think we would have seen continuation, because we would have flipped this monthly into either invalidating the bearish engulfing candle, or in the optimal 11,655, we would have had a ridiculously bullish hammer on the monthly, and likely we would have just seen price skyrocket, just run from there. But we got the pretty neutral with bearish favor close that we wanted. There's nothing bearish about that quarterly close. That's a bullish quarterly close, period. But it's neutral. It's more in the middle than not closing, bearish engulfing on the monthly, and the hammer setup. So we squeaked it. We got what we wanted. Awesome. I'm so thankful that happened. If we wouldn't have been able to close above it, I would have very little hope for the rest of 2020. But we did. So 2020, I think, is set up for some upside. I would be very confused to see the next 3 months red. Very confused. October last year, we had that fabled run up. Where are you? We had that fabled run up, that 40% gain in a day. That's crypto, man. That was on the 25th, so we're 24 days away from that being a year ago. To me, it seems like a decade ago. But October, typically not a bad month for Bitcoin. We look back on the monthly. Typically not a bad month. You're on the monthly. Okay, I'm being ridiculous. So we have the closed 30%. Oh man, no. Closed 10%, 2019. We do have here in 2018, we did have kind of the start of the big dump. So 1 and 1. I believe though, if we go back, yep, here 48% in 2017. 14% 2016. And 32% 2015. So October, pretty historically, maybe I can't necessarily say it is a bullish month, though there are more examples of October closing green than red. What I can say is it does look as if it's an important month, and that makes sense. It's the first month of the fourth quarter. We've seen big moves, whether they were real or not, whatever you want to call them. Last year was a huge pump, but then we continued to sell off in lower lows. The year before, in 18, we saw essentially the ridiculous dump after a year plus, starting right as October, basically right as October ended into November. We saw 6K to 3K. So it seems an important month, and that makes sense because you're closing up the year. We haven't looked at the yearly candles because, well, they're a little boring, but here we go. We're seeing the highs come down on the yearly. We're seeing the lows come up. If we have a good finish to this year, I would like to see a close above 13,900. That would be ideal. Nothing here suggests that we can't. We have a nice bottom wick on this yearly, showing bulls rejecting the lows, buying it up. And now we're 3 months away. And we're in a position where now that 10,761's taken, there's really not that much above. We only have June 2019, the high wick to about 14. It's 13.8 something to be exact. And then the candle closes from January or December 2017, January 2018. That's it. This is definitely going to have some resistance here. It doesn't even take a TA master to see this. Like monthly closes, there's also yearly close, quarterly close, etc. And that's exactly where June 2019 price rallied and sold off and came back down to 3,000. Large retrace. 57. No, that's not right. About 70%. Savage. So this is likely not going to be a price value that gives up easily. I would be hard pressed to see this yearly close too high above this. I almost would expect, if we do see a rally into the end of this year, that we would maybe close the year right here, creating super spooky looking candlesticks. If we came up, wicked, and then closed here, it would be a potential double top on like a yearly time frame. That would cause a lot of panic, I would guess. And we always have to kind of be looking for the opposite direction in crypto in general. What would make me afraid? Like, my hands are diamonds, but what might shake my diamond hands? Double top on the yearly might. Never seen it before. Never happened. Would be a very bearish signal. So we're going to be keeping an eye on these levels throughout the next few weeks and months. And we're going to pray that that we see a little rallying. It would not surprise me to see maybe volatility into this month in October here. But volatility on a small scale, maybe some ranging. I would guess, just by eyeballing, as low as 10.3 on this monthly, maybe up to the 11.7 area. I could see some ranging. And honestly, when you pay attention to the monthlies, the opening of months and the ending, at least I've noticed that typically the biggest moves come on the 1st, on the 15th, or on the last day of the month. Not seeing too much today doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to get a big move in the start of this month, but it wouldn't surprise me to see the big meaningful move again towards the end of October. And this is, what I'm saying is the most probable outcome, in my opinion. Certainly isn't gospel, but that would make some sense to me, especially seeing how fear and greed has been fluctuating around a little irrationally. We closed up the 29th of September and fear and greed actually went down or something, and then we closed down and then fear and greed went up. So there's definitely confusion and maybe uncertainty, and I think that's evident today of all days. I bet you guys can guess why, but today of all days, I think that uncertainty is really shining. We're seeing everybody talk about it. BitMEX CEO, charged by the CF, whatever, CFTF, I don't know. And people are freaking out. They're like, this is why it's selling off. This is what this is why. Dude, we didn't know that yesterday, but yesterday we were able to say, here's 3 criteria, the most probable. We'll close in the box, we'll hit resistance, and then we'll test support. The news didn't have anything to do with that then. We didn't know about it. Couldn't have been a factor. Yet here we are. Technical analysis cares so little about news, at least in crypto, that I don't ever recommend putting weight on any news you read. Just not worth it. You can follow the news because it's interesting and you like it, you like the space, you like knowing what's up. That's good. Maybe you'll catch on to something new before everyone else. That's possible. But when you hear BitMEX CEO charged, dude, it's so irrelevant. It has nothing to do with this, in my opinion. And I think that's a reflection of the uncertainty in the market right now. Is we've had worse news really not that long ago and didn't see any price action change that was clearly related to it. Now we get this kind of minor news, and the only reason anyone's talking about it is because price sold off. It only sold off 5% or something. It's not huge. I don't even think it's that big of a daily candle, is it? I mean, we had a bigger sell-off the 23rd, right? Bigger sell-off the 23rd, bigger sell-off obviously the 2nd and 3rd. of September. We had a bigger rally than this sell-off the 24th of September. Nothing's really changed. If price is reversing here at 10,425, it's just another higher low. Nothing has changed. And that is the reason why I always caution people about following the news, because it's difficult to remove yourself from what you read. Especially if, you know, like, I don't really know that much about BitMEX. I know what it is. I've been on it. I'm certainly not a BitMEX pro of how everything works and whatever. But, yeah, man, I lost what I was saying. Either way, it just interferes with your logical thinking. You know, you see a sell-off and in your head you're thinking, oh, that BitMEX thing happened. And then you're going to assign it to it. You're going to assign, this is the reasoning. And I understand we all have a desire to understand and to assign logic to something. But it's just not a reason to worry. There's tons of leverage platforms. And to be honest, I've been saying this since I heard it. I would assume that long-term, BitMEX closing down would be good for Bitcoin. Really. BitMEX has never been known as the most trusted exchange or something. It's certainly, this might be opinion, but it's kind of shady. I've heard of, just not necessarily in like a exit scam way, but in a way of people's orders being wiped of them intentionally and like provably manipulating the market so that they don't have to dip in like to their insurance fund and things and cover positions. I don't really think they're that great for the space. And something else you have to remember is, okay, say they're shut down, everyone has to take their coins off. Those are coins that are out of circulating supply. If BitMEX is not trading, those coins aren't moving. They're not being sold. They're not being removed from Bittrex. They're just essentially frozen. I'm sure people are already withdrawing them. That's good. You should get your coins off there if you're on there. But it's not a negative thing. There's no reason that would cause the market to act differently, in my opinion. Oh wow, look at this. You guys just saw me put these on here, right? Just place them. Look at how sweet this is. This reminds me of fib rings. You have like this channel, and we bounced off of it. We came up, and then back in 2019, it acted as support. Then it acted as support again later in the year. Sold down underneath, acted as resistance on the way up, then as support. And then maybe is acting as support again. That's pretty crazy. That's wild. That fit is really strong. Did not do that intentionally. That just kind of came. I like that line though, especially the top one. That top line's super solid. I'll leave them on there for now. Screw it. Yeah, well, kind of lost where I was, but essentially, I don't think any of this is big news. Even if it was big news, there's nothing we can do about it, and I rarely think that the market plays off news. There could be news that would change the market. The last one I can remember is, I think it was last year, 2019, when President Xi announced that China was going to be embracing blockchain, and we saw a rally immediately. And that rally wasn't really before the announcement, it was kind of as the news hit. That's big news. The country that most people in the world is going to start like embracing blockchain out of the mouth of the most powerful person there. That's big news. But those things are so far and few between. Like, I can't remember the last one before that. That's really it. So if you must read the news, I kind of ignore it. You just have to be very aware of how that's affecting your thinking. How that's going to be likely to influence your bias. And typically that doesn't lead to good trades. That's kind of what I have to say about that. Alright. Bitcoin. Went off on a rant. Bitcoin's not doing anything. Let's look for some edge here. On the hourly, not really. We could draw a divergence here. This is not very clean in my opinion, but we could draw a divergence here between these lows. I feel like this is a little cherry picked, but from 23rd of September low to today, we see RSI is lower today, but price is higher. There's a bullish divergence. MACD, lower swing. Is it a lower swing? 23rd? Did I say 23rd? I meant 23rd. 23rd, yeah, to even 24th. It's our MACD is showing a lower swing than today, yet price is higher today. Those are both bullish divergences on the 1 hour. I'm not a huge fan of the way I'm drawing this though. Though it was the lowest point. I'll accept it. What I'm really looking for here, and the reason that I was looking for a test of 10,550 is I wanted to see these bullish divergences translate to longer time frames. I wanted to see them appear on maybe 4 hour, 12 hour, daily, weekly, whatever. We don't seem to have them yet. We don't seem to have them on long time frames. That suggests that maybe this selling isn't done. Maybe 10,550 isn't the bottom, and that would be okay. We have a good amount of room. So going back to the same things we've been talking about, because they're still in play. The weekly being our strongest signal right now, our most confident signal right now. 20 moving average middle Bollinger Band is at 10,200. Sell off to 10,200, not a problem. We look left, logically on the weekly, there should be a little support there, maybe back from February 3rd to 10th. Anything else? That might be it, but that's pretty local, and it's an area that has not been tested as support on the way down until recently. So that would be fine. Under 10.2, I get a little worried. I'm not gonna freak out, but I'd be a little worried because if we close a weekly underneath the middle band, we may end up seeing this event. That would not be great. Down to the bottom band, which is currently 8.2, 8.250, something like that. But this is a clearly defined goalpost. We're saying we've held this level. Market won't let price close below it on the weekly. So if we do, that's a pretty actionable signal. It's clear cut. There's no interpretation. You could say, what if it closes right on top of it? All right, there's a little interpretation, but that's about it. So that's what we got. That's what we're looking for. And maybe if we do sell off to that level, maybe that is what's required to see that divergence that we're looking for. 10.2 could be it. So far, this bounce looks fine. Doesn't look as if we have to go to 10.2. I believe 10.7 is likely the most probable bounce target here, even if we're going to go lower. Even if we do plan on going lower, yet 10.676 for the 0.5 retrace. The most probable thing. Maybe we'll put a little pocket here. Pocket of probability. That box was dope. That area would be 10,675 to 10,736. So regardless of whether we are reversing here or if we do plan on going lower. Am I having so much struggle? Here we go. Maybe we go down to 10.2 down here. That wouldn't be the end of the world. Still a higher low. We're still holding that, even locally, the 10.130, and even behind that 9.820. So it's still a higher low, and that would fit this pattern. Pattern is just basically higher lows over and over and over. We do have some higher highs, so it's more of a channel than I would like it to be. Prefer it not to be a channel, but to get that divergence, it might be on the menu, but maybe not. Yeah, we might not. There's no way to really know. We just have to look for the most probable, and I think that is a 50% retrace. And with the quarterly closed the way we'd like it, I mean, the gloves are off. We're still above the major high trend that we've been watching. Still above it on both logarithmic and regular, so that's relieving. And it kind of seems to be leaving play, leaving importance, and that's what we want. We don't want to fall back underneath. Let me place this one here. This is log. Yep. So log, really, the log high trend line breaks if we put in a lower low versus the 23rd of September. That would be under 10,137. That would be under the weekly Bollinger Band. So that makes a lot of sense. This is logarithmic. You can also argue regular non-log is what we should use. And if you do, that's fine. But that gives us a little more leeway. That brings us down to about 880 or 8,800. That's possible. I would not like to see, though. I wouldn't like to see that. I would like to see this trend hold. I'd like to see price, if it has to, bounce off of it and then reverse. It's funny because it's not too far away, but it's through all of those important levels, which to me suggests that the logarithmic trend line is correct. All those important levels underneath 10,550 are just sitting where this trend line is. That's pretty cool. Oh, I didn't notice this either. So today's sell-off, wasn't paying attention. A guy who stares at charts all day doesn't even pay attention. Didn't notice this, but today's sell-off in October was supported by the same moving average as we have seen all through September. The 100 daily price sold out underneath it and wicked back up. That's great. Yeah, we've seen this 100 daily now for a month pretty much show us the way. It definitely seems reactive. We have candle closes underneath it, but it's in general, when we close underneath it, we see pretty strong buying responses. Back up, close underneath it, back up, close underneath it. 23rd, we close underneath it, saw the biggest green day in September, which 4-5%, nothing to write home about, but this 100 seems to be doing its job, and that's excellent. 200 all the way down at 9,375, and honestly, even a trip to there would not be the end of the world, especially if it was a wick. If we saw a wick, like an intra-week wick here, I think that would actually be maybe healthy long term, because we don't have a full back test of this 3-month consolidation zone here. We have a back test with these dailies and these wicks, but it's just not quite perfect enough for me. So that could happen. I'd say probably this is the range. Could happen, but that wouldn't even be bad. We have a lot of room here. We have a lot of room, especially with that quarterly close. We have a good amount of wiggle room. 200 MA is starting to shoot up. You can see that in the last, actually it's in the last 4 days, has really gained momentum. It's been trending up pretty much the entire year, but really kicked it into gear here starting the 27th or 26th. That's a good sign. It means that price is in demand more so in the last 200 days. 200 EMA, just to check in with our buddy here, sitting at about 9.9 and continues to set higher or new all-time highs every day. I like that signal. One of my favorite because it kind of defies everything else. It's doing its own thing. Higher than the previous peak in 2017, which is actually surprising. Price was twice as high on an EMA, and EMAs weight each candle heavier the more recent it is. So at 20,000, these closes up here, double what we're at now, still couldn't pull the 200 EMA up higher than today. That's a pretty solid sign. Pretty solid. I think we were looking actually at the Ichi yesterday a little. Or was that the day before? Nice, we got a little cross up. Cross up. We see a weakness in the cloud. Here's something interesting. We see, this is the daily Ichimoku cloud, and I'm not going to explain all of Ichi right now. But what I will tell you is it's very visual. The color of the clouds doesn't seem to matter in my observation. But when price is below the clouds, typically you say the trend is down, and when it's above it, the trend is up. And regardless of color, clouds tend to provide support or resistance. So this is a green cloud, but it's still acting as resistance. Even if we get above it, this red cloud would then act as support likely. What we notice here is this twist on the 7th. And what this shows is a weakness in that resistance. When you're above the clouds and you see a twist, that might be a zone where support is weakened. When you're under the clouds and you see a twist, that might be a zone where resist is weakened. One little fun fact, little pro tip about Ichi. We see this long, flat, and fattening cloud here, ranging out to the end of October. When you see something like this, when you see these fat, flat tops or bottoms, typically they're very magnetic. So to me, this suggests October will likely hit as a probable price move to the 11,100 range. That wouldn't even be a higher high. But if you look back, it is very consistent. We had this flat bottom in September. We sold off to it. It acted as resistance. Let's see. We were under the cloud here in July. We had a flat top. Shot up through it. And back in March. April, we had a flat top here. Price crawled up to it. So it's pretty consistent. Here's another example, Jan 2020. Couldn't even pretend to tell you why. It's just something I've observed over time. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out in October on the 7th. I'm going to set some kind of alert so I remember. I'm be looking for a move on the 7th. We have a weakened resistance above us. We have a cross up under the cloud. Not a great sign. Not super bullish, but we got one July 2020. We shot up 30%-ish. And hopefully that's what we see here. 30% would bring us pretty darn close to that 13,800 area that we're looking for to test by the end of the year. So that is all kind of in agreement. So I dig that. 3-day, I think. All right, yeah, we got our cross down signal on the 3-day. So a break of 10.839 could end well, actually. It could end well. We will see about that. If you weren't here, we noticed before in July we had the cross down, cross up above the cloud. We're still above the cloud in the 3-day, and that led to the rally. We got the signal, I think it was yesterday or the day before. We got the cross down, so now we're looking for the cross up. You can see there's not really any flat areas here, so the 3-day Ichi likely not suggesting any attractive price points in this range. Doesn't mean it can't hit the cloud or anything, but luckily there's none. Down here, we saw it. I'm very surprised that price didn't hit 7,200 with how fat and flat this green cloud is. But it looks like we're finally out of really danger there because that flatness ends. Pretty much ended at the end of September. So we've somehow dodged that dangerous zone. Which is a good thing. Go to the 5, 6. 6 days showing resistance at 11.1, just like everything else. Yep, same. 11.1. 11.1's the number right now. That's obvious to me looking through just from right now, these time frames. 11.1 is the number to beat. If bulls can retake 11.1, I think it's going to get spicy quickly. Very quickly. Alright, we're still hanging out. Nice bullish engulfing on the hourly candle there off the bottom. Failed to respond on the 2 hour. Not super hot. Same with the 3 hour, probably same with the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hours still red. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this was a spicy kind of piece of price action, but not a lot happened. It really wasn't too much. We're still in a range. I think pretty much all these low trends are still respected here. Yeah, with room to spare. We connect like any of these low wicks in September, we're still 2-3% away from them. That's solid. I think I need this trend line anymore. Where that? There we go. All right, word. Well, I've been rambling on for a while, so maybe we should check in with you guys, see where you guys are at today, what you're feeling, what you're seeing, what you're looking at. Let me take a look at the chat here. Where did my chat box go? Here we are. Oh yeah, while I'm scrolling up and looking for what you guys have been talking about, it is October 1st. Is the 1st of October, and you know what that means? It is the best day to sign up for Patreon. Patreon bills on the 1st of the month. So if you sign up today, you get the most out of this month. If you sign up the 15th, Patreon doesn't prorate anything, so you just end up paying more per day. So waiting is not a great idea. Doesn't help you very much. Have you been thinking about it? Today's the day, guys. Absolutely. We've added in weekly one-on-one tutoring sessions with me, available at least to all patrons, not required. To have a private setting where you can feel free to ask anything about trading. I mean, you can ask about other stuff. You ask about League of Legends. I don't know why you would, but it doesn't have to be trading. It could just be crypto in general. It could be whatever. And people found a lot of value from that. Been really great experience getting to know you guys as well. Getting a little more personal. Patreon also has daily TA exclusive trade setups, educational content posted. It's really for if you are someone who's looking to improve your trading skills, become a self-sufficient trader so you're not relying on YouTubers who are freaking out over every price move, saying moon and doom. If you're looking to really invest in yourself, that's probably for you. All right, here, I got the chat caught up. Let's see. Sharknado, my boys are here. And Dalenson, of course. Rex City's here. OK is here. JPBJJ Elizondo. What's up, my man? Sean Gardner. The CF. She's joining us. The CF. She showed up on my YouTube search, and she's been streaming TA stuff. And I went and said hi to her, and it looks like she showed up. Thanks for joining us. RSGAR, what's up, my man? Aethercoin is here. Bum bum bum. New Fallen Angel ENT. What's good? Justin Bond. Justin Bond, good question. Do I think exchanges that don't honor KYC will face the same problems? It's such a hard question, man. Such a hard question to answer. It depends on their practices. That's probably the crappiest, best answer I can give you. But generally, yes. If an exchange doesn't do KYC, they're at risk. They're at risk unless they take reasonable precautions to keep US citizens from using their platform, which is a difficult thing to do. But Bittrex is not the first to get hit by the SEC, it won't be the last. It's actually the CEF, TF or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's a risk of exchanges. But I will say, to kind of comfort you guys, I've never really heard of the scenario where the SEC or CTF, whatever, shuts down an exchange and you lose assets. I've never heard of that. I've actually used an exchange before, long ago, called One Broker, and they got shut down for the same reason. And no one lost anything. So in general, when the SEC shuts something down or hammers them, slams the book at them, in my experience, there's usually no impact to the users. I don't know what happens to the people who run the exchange, but I've never heard of anyone losing their coins over that. But it is possible, and that's a risk of exchange, and that's why I always encourage everyone to use cold storage, your own wallet, control your assets. Leaving it on exchange is a risk, and it is a risk that costs you money over time. There's no other way around it. You might get lucky, nothing ever happened. But you might buy a lottery ticket today and win the lottery, so would not recommend it. Astronaut Renee, what's up, dude? Haroon Nike, welcome back. It's good to see you, brother. Benek213, can we get back to 12.4? We will get back to 12.4 someday. I don't know when. Someday we will. What's up, Sylv? The total market cap is interesting. I could open it up. I'm not expecting really any impact from Bittrex or BitMEX. These wicks don't look right. Trading View, are you doing the drugs again? Drugs are bad. Trading View. I wish this wick was real. There's no way it's real. This isn't a real wick. It's just like when we looked at BTCD like 2 days ago, and we saw that ridiculous wick, or that gap actually, not even wick, and that's gone. They fixed it. They're doing something. Trading View is doing something behind the scenes. I don't think it's shady. I think they're just maybe adjusting how they calculate these things or where they get their data from. There's so many answers that are possible, but these wicks aren't real. There's no way. We saw Bitcoin not move at all during this time, and total market cap lost 50 billion in 5 minutes. Not real. In 1 minute. Not even 1 minute, because it immediately was bought back up. Let's put it on 1 second. Are we gonna see it? Is it gonna be a 1 second wick? No, I can't find it. The 1 second chart is not for the faint of heart. You have to be a brave lad to open this up. There we go. Yeah, there's no way that the market cap went down and up 50 billion. Down and up 10 billion, down and up 50 billion, 60, yeah, like there's no way it did this in 1 second. So this is certainly just more of whatever we experienced the other day. So these wicks are going to disappear once they figure out whatever the heck's going on. Total market cap, anything interesting that is different from Bitcoin? Same potential divergence. Doesn't look like anything too different. No. Nope, totally the same. Totally the same. So, yeah, got me off track, Sylv. I love you. Thanks for being here. What's up, DJ Sky Blaster Sky? I like that name. Sean Gardner said hello to you. My brain restarted. Rico S, there he is. I was waiting for you, dude. I didn't even want to start the episode. Waiting for you to jump in. What's up, Tomas? Welcome back. I saw you yesterday when the YouTube chat just crapped out on us. Hopefully we don't have that problem again. Ooh, Alina Shaparna, the 1996 US, no, is it US? 1996 female Olympic champion joining us tonight. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Agent Bambi, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to have you back. I know you've been busy. KS, 100 MA solid. Truth. Paul Alexandru. Welcome, brother. Emmett Wilson. You love my streams. I love you, Emmett Wilson. Happy to have you here. Book Chewy, what's up, dude? Book Chewy and I always missing music festivals in this 2020. What's up, Jerry Macy? My boy, Jerry Macy. I think we got everyone. Tails, hello. Hello, Tails. I think that's about it. Please don't spam. The CloudBot's not working right now. It's not gonna work. I had to disable it because it wasn't working. ZZT, what's up, dude? Total market sis. I don't know what that means, but welcome. All right, I think I caught up. That was fast. Mark, I missed Mark, and I missed the false flags. Love you both. You guys are great. I think I got everyone. Crypto way of life. No, my chat froze. Bina, I think. And Headhunter. Jan Morgan or great technicals. Nice. Great, now I got everyone right. Greg D. Dude, the YouTube chat has been such a fritzy thing. Now it's everyone. Now got everybody. Okay. Well, I sensed a little division in the chat. There's some bearish, some not. No one seems super adamant though on either side, and that may be the reflection of what I was talking about at the beginning of the episode. Little kind of mystification right now in the market. We had this sell-off, we have a bounce, but now we're hitting 10,625. Seems to be resistance. Makes sense, especially after yesterday. If you were in here, you may have gotten the, depending on if you have selective hearing, may have gotten the impression that today was going to be a moon day, and it could have been. But we have that ugly monthly close, so it makes sense to see a little bit of selling, a little bit of kind of reflection of that close in the market. This makes sense. I would be surprised if by the end of this month we haven't seen at least a little bullish strength. I'd be surprised. But yeah, definitely with the weekly in the condition it was in and the monthly and the way it closed, short-term price action was very probable to be not super bullish. Longer term, because of the quarterly close, I believe that it is more probable that we will see bullish price action. This total market cap thing's wigging me out. It's, the tab is up and the number is changing so fast. Gotta just close that. Okay. Mala Jafari, it's great to have you here, darling. Always a treat when you grace us with your presence. Silv Q4 2020 need a 50% dump to be impressed. I wouldn't count on it personally. Would not put my eggs in the 50% dump in Q4 basket, but I've been wrong before. I didn't think it would go to 3K in March, but I've been wrong about it. Let's see. What, I haven't really seen anybody talking about other coins as much, and that's okay. Thank you, Tomas. Love from Sweden. Happy to have you here in our familio. Oh, Dominic DeGraff, man, I haven't seen you in maybe a year. Where have you been, dude? I hope you've been doing well. and it's good to see you again. Good to see you again, my friend. I guess I'll just run through these things quick. Links in the chat. I'm doing a giveaway on Twitter, so if you have Twitter, might think about entering. All you have to do is retweet it, tag a few friends, and I'm giving away $50 in Bitcoin on Twitter. It would be awesome if someone in here won. Typically our fam does not win these because, understandably, not everyone has Twitter. I wouldn't have Twitter if I wasn't a streamer. So that is understandable, but if you're interested in it, give it a shot. Why not? You know what I mean? Twitter, Discord. Discord link in the chat if you guys are not on Discord. It's the best way to keep up with the stream, best way to be notified of when we go live. Sometimes it's variable, especially if the market gets volatile out of nowhere. I'll hop on, and YouTube doesn't always show us in search results, doesn't always give you a notification, doesn't always even like show you at our homepage, which is annoying. So if you're in Discord, you'll get a notification, you'll always know where we're at. There's also a bunch of educational resources in the Discord, it's free. So come hang out there. And if you haven't yet, this is a new stream, and likes are appreciated on the new stream. It helps us stay in search results. You guys slayed it yesterday. We almost got 200 likes on yesterday's video. That might be a record. If it's not a record, it's dang close to a record. That was amazing. And that video is still like #1 or #2 in the search results because you guys did such an amazing job of contributing to that engagement metric. So give it a like if you haven't yet. And if you don't want to, no pressure. Not a big deal. We understand. Zoom it in. Let's look at some real tiny time frames. See if there's anything cooking, anything brewing. Nope. 15-minute RSI low. This is interesting. The sell-off last night into today is the lowest RSI low on the 15-minute outside of September 2nd. Right here. September 2nd, when we first fell from 11,700 down to 9.8. That's weird. Doesn't really mean anything, just an interesting fact. And that's good because we're looking for divergence here. We're edgeless. We're kind of still a little edgeless here. We've been in that boat for a while. 5-minute bullish divergence, that's cool. No, it's not. My bad, backwards. We've been in the edgeless zone here for pretty much all of September. And so this being a powerful sell-off, being reflected in RSI and MACD, is good because we want to create a bullish divergence. And for that, we either need a strong bearish momentum, I guess is the word, but strong selling coupled with a higher low, or we need a weak selling, which isn't really what we saw here, with a lower low. Looks like we're going down the path of the higher low, higher strength selling for the bullish divergence, if that's our future. So that's good. It's not really negative. It's not really even positive. It's pretty neutral, but it's has the potential to give us what we want here, which I guess is the upside. Man. What a snooze. I thought we were gonna get more spice today here. We're gonna see something, maybe some continuation, or at least, like, I don't know, come back down, touch near the low. But no, just gonna bounce up and sit there, just chill. Unforgivable. Unforgivable Bitcoin. Never forgive you. The 10.6.225. People argued. Multiple people have argued this 10.6.25 number with me. Looking pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. They were just arguing it was like a little higher or a little lower, whatever. Not a real argument. All right, I need some help here, fam. I need some help. What do you guys want to see? I don't know what to do. I figured there'd be more to do on Bitcoin than there is. I overestimated. 124 watching now, freaking amazing. Aw, Tomas, that's so nice of you. Much appreciated. I've watched a lot of streams of other YouTubers, but yours are far the best, so I waited 24 hours for your next live. That makes me warm and fuzzy inside, Tomas. Thank you. We're live here. We're going to be live here every day. Typically, we take Thursdays off. We're not taking tomorrow off. At the start of the month, we'll get our relaxing time in, maybe in the middle, or if we see really low volatility. But we'll be here tomorrow again. Need help. Send help, people. I need help. Yeah, my portfolio is pretty boring too. John Doe Crypto. Yo, I like that name. John Doe Crypto. Yiffy 2, man. We looked at Yiffy 2 yesterday. But maybe we could pull it up. I keep typing FYI. Keep typing it in. Doesn't look like much has changed here. Ooh, ba-ding.
Bands make me dance. Cool party, popper 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 party, popper.
Night at the Roxberries when that goes off. Thank you for the 20, Ja. You are the best. Very appreciated. And absolutely we can look at band. Absolutely, brother. You know that. Just real quick to get John Doe Crypto, his request. Just because I like the name. Not a lot going on. We did this TA yesterday. And we're still pretty much inside of where we're looking. Looking for a break up on this descending trend and a breakdown on this ascending trend. So I wish I had more for you there. But I do not. Wow, band barely moved. Band barely moved on that. On the sell-off. Not bad. Okay, let's take a look. How is this? Okay. Bands will make her dance. Alright, RSI looking fine. 4 hour. That's a bullish divergence here. Do I spy a bullish divergence? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We do spy a bullish divergence on the 4 hour right here. We looked at this yesterday. We didn't spy it. Now we look today and I spy. Here we go. Seeing the lows coming up on MACD. And we're seeing the lows come down in price. Now, this is a little janky. I usually use the wicks. But because we have so many close candle closes here, I feel as if maybe the bodies are really what's reflecting this. And we're seeing the bodies of these candles close lower, correct? I guess that divergence ended here. So not a super strong signal only because it's not my usual TA, but maybe we'll find evidence that supports it. Let's zoom in, zoom out. Look at that, 1 hour. What do you got here? Did you paint yourself some divergence? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay. I wish Bitcoin had this. Absolutely here. Clear as day. That sell-off on band created hourly bullish divergence on RSI. Not MACD though. However, MACD is saying there is a bearish divergence on the highs. Wow, how annoying. Thanks, indicators. Thank you, indicators. Hourly is not going to help us out here very much at all at the moment. 12-hour not looking super spicy, not looking super hot, not spicy, not looking super hot there with that bearish engulfing 12-hour. But you're only less than 7 cents away, like 0.1% maybe, to invalidating that with 1 hour and 49 minutes left. So that may be in the cards. That's what I would like to see. I have an idea here. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add an alert. This is gonna be a special. Here's an educational segment on TradingView. This is how to use alerts 102 Advanced Edition. So what you can do here is we'll set an alert for $6.48 because once that is taken, they'll invalidate the bearish engulfing candle. But we don't really care if that happens later. We don't really care if that happens in a day from now or a week from now. It's not important. What's important is that it does it before this 12-hour candle closes. And so this candle closes in 1 hour 48 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to set an expiration time, October 1st. October 1st, and at what time? So an hour and a half from now, so I guess that's 20? Whoa, that did not. What? 20, 0? 20, 0, great. And so what this will do is this will alert us to that bearish engulfing being invalidated. So band bearish engulf 12-hour invalidated. Perfect. So that will only trigger while this candle is open, because doesn't matter if it closes down here and then the next candle it moves up. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for bulls to reject the 12-hour bearish engulfing, and that is why we set that alert up specifically. All right, daily. Not showing us much. Band, why won't you tell me your secrets, Band? Why do you keep your secrets so close, so locked away? Just want. All right. So we had still coming off that same bullish divergence on the daily. Another test of 736, likely to confirm it. Not quite confirmed in my opinion yet, though I'd love to say it was. Is bounced and now not seeing higher highs yet on RSI. So I just want to see one higher high. It doesn't have to go very far. Could just go right here and fall, and then I will consider this a valid and confirmed daily bullish divergence, or an actionable one. Let's put it that way. So not much has changed here, as much as I would like it to. Maybe we should look at, yeah, 3-month, highest 3-month close. Not really that surprising. Look at 1 month close. All right, well, we didn't have a bearish engulfed monthly. That's not bad. Not a bad start. Weekly. What a weird chart. Well, I can say this. If we see this weekly close near this level, very close to 643, I would say likely maybe 643 is about as low as we want to see it. If we see a close of that here on band for the weekly, we do get a reversal signal. We get two gravestone dojis of similar body back to back, and a reversal on the weekly with that daily bullish divergence just sitting and waiting will be a great sign. Target still for the retrace though. Even if we don't get that close, we should still. The most probable outcome is that we get the retrace of $9.67 all the way up to a possible $11.18, and that should be on deck regardless. Should be on deck even if we're going to break down, even if we're going to see a prolonged selling on band. We should see a touch of that very soon. Could be in, if we close here, we get a green candle next week, could be next week. But regardless of where it's going, almost certainly going to reach up to this red box here. You get a white box. It is a box of probability. Now we can, something interesting on the weekly, we see this, we pretty much have seen this pattern before, on band specifically. And to me, this just looks like an elongated version of this. 1, 2, 3, 4 red weeklies in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With one green. Looks pretty fractally. Looks fractally to me. Alright, I hope that's good for you, Ja. I'll always look at bands for you, dude. Always, always. I don't want to miss out on any of this Bitcoin price action if it happens. So I'm setting an alert. You gotta be using your alerts. Unless you're only trading one chart at all. Unless you're just trading like Bitcoin. Or just trading, I don't know, soybeans or passion fruit, who cares? You need to use alerts. They're vital. They're vital. It's got a message that they think YouTube chat is frozen, but it doesn't really appear to be. Let's send a message. Doesn't appear to be to me. I have messages that are up to date. Okay. Get rid of these bars. Let's make them only visible. What, past like 11 hour? Okay. Not on the minutes. Good, good. So the dollar. I wouldn't say the dollar, but we need to look at the dollar because it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff and we need to pay attention. As much as I don't like the fiats, the dirty fiats. Gotta pay attention. Descending high trend, not tested again yet. Coming up to 93.46 support. Man, I wish Bitcoin looks like this. Bitcoin, why can't you do this, man? Bullish divergence on the 4 hour for the dollar. MACD. Seeing the same thing on RSI. Doesn't really matter where you pull that point from. The 4 hour looks pretty bullish, and god dang it, like, I don't want the dollar to start looking bullish right above support. I don't want that. I don't want everything else to lose value versus the dollar. That is not ideal for anyone except if they're sitting in fiat. Which I don't know why you would be sitting in fiat. That seems really silly. 12 hour, same divergence. On MACD, but not on RSI yet. And actually, I'll have to sell off more on our side.
Oi, monthly bounce is very interesting. 769. 20,723 confirmed.
Mr. Rico. Mr. Rico. Thank you for the 10, dude. The 10 years. What is IO? Is that a chart? IO monthly bounce? Are those coordinates to a treasure? 769.207, 23. And what treasure can I expect there, Rico? And are there booby traps? Because I asked you, have to tell me. That's the law. That's the law. If you give someone coordinates to a booby trap, or to a treasure, and they ask you if there's booby traps, you have to tell them. You have to be honest. I don't make the rules. Waiting for Rico to tell me if that's a chart or not. Talking about Bitcoin. Oi, monthly bounce. So confused, Rico. 769.207, 23. Rico, have you been talking to MD Pap, to our fam member Pap MD? He's a lazy man's. Oi, I don't know what that is either. Monthly bounce, very interesting. I'm gonna try to interpret Rico here. Want to look at the monthly? I don't know. I don't understand, Rico. I don't understand. Monthly bounce, but we haven't bounced yet. Tell me what you want. Tell me your secrets, Rico. Tell me your secrets. Tell me them. No divergence on the highs. No, stupid dollar. But here's the jam here. No divergence on the highs for the dollar. Okay. Well, you zoom out enough, there is. From the bounce high to this local high that stopped at the 0.5 retrace. The dollar has to make up so much ground. So much ground here. So regardless, really, if it's bullish at this support or not, there's so much ground to be made up. That it's almost insurmountable, in my opinion, the way this chart looks. Certainly isn't impossible. Certainly not impossible. But in order to avoid bearish divergence, man, you have to really kick up price. You might have to make it all the way to 100 again, just to avoid printing bearish divergence. It's going to be hard to do. It's going to be very difficult. The dollar has a journey ahead of it, for sure, and just riddled with resistance, too. Rico, look at where the wick stopped. It's juicy. Is a juicy. Well, dude, you know I can't resist juicy. Okay, where the wick stopped. Don't see anything. Not sure what you're seeing. I would like to see what you're seeing. What's up, Tech Earn Online? Welcome, brother. Good to have you here. The top, bro. 4 candles back. 11,462. I feel like I am on a treasure hunt now. Rico's a smart guy. I know whatever he's saying, it makes sense. I'm just getting lost trying to figure it out. What is your secrets, Rico? What's your secret? Tell me your secret. I don't know. 4 candles back. Where the wick stopped. I feel like I'm solving a riddle. The top from 4 candles back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, I guess you're saying this. Okay. Alright, I see what you're saying. That took me... I'm embarrassed how long that actually took me to figure out. Okay, 10.4280, yeah. Yeah, that is... I will officially deem that juicy. That's juicy. That is a potential resistance that was untested on the monthly. Flipped to support, and I mean the support. After it flipped from resistance to support, it was untested until now. Potentially. Could sell off through it. But if that wick is the bottom of October, that is confirmed. 10,428. And really what is great is there's just so many of these levels. Wow, Rico, good eye, buddy. Wow, dude. Bravo. That is incredible. That's incredible, dude. That's like to the dollar. I think it maybe exceeded it by $1. Bravo, good eye, man. Not even $1, 25 cents. Okay. All right, maybe that should be factoring in to what we're looking at here, how we're viewing it, because that is a perfect touch. It is a perfect touch. Nice. I'm surprised I missed that. You're absolutely correct. That's wonderful. Wonder if there's anything else to the left. Nope, doesn't look like it. Might be on the weekly though. Nope, does not look so. No, but that's really cool, dude. I really like that. And not just like, is it the monthly wick, but it's the high of that 3-month consolidation period. And to me, that's a logical place to look for support eventually. And maybe we found it. We'll see. There's just so many levels underneath us. That's why I'm not ready to start looking for bearish yet. There's so many levels underneath us. We're back above 10.550. That's a huge historical strong level. We have this 10.428 now added in, coming from the I don't know, June or July Q2 2020 high, I guess. I don't know, something like that. At 10.428, and then we have even underneath that likely support near 10.175 and 9.8. Oh man, I'm getting tongue twisted. Rico's puzzle messed with my head. 9,812. We have many levels here, and specifically, as you would know if you've been hanging out here, watching that 20 weekly moving average, middle Bollinger Band, we have so many levels of support just above it. So many. Like, this whole area is riddled with little weekly, monthly, historical supports that were resistances, now supports. That it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult to crack that down to the downside. And that is why I'm still looking up, stargazing. That's crazy though, Rico. Almost nothing. I mean, Rico knows this, that's why I pointed it out. But for everybody else, there's almost never a time where you can take something like that and be less than $1 away. Like, that's silly, especially with price at 10,000. That's like 0.00025% off or something. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. What's up, Fert? What's up, the world above? I have this weird feeling we have bots. I have a strange bot feeling all of a sudden. Oh, certainly. Tomas, check out the patron, man. There's should be links in the chat, but that's probably what you're looking for. South Side Leia Crypto, what's up, man? I do not know where your money is. I hope that you do. You should keep better track of that, buddy. Keep better track of where you're keeping all your cash. Where is Waldo? Where did he go? Luis Cadiz. What's up, dude? Looking for Rico's trading course. Not sure. Not sure that he has one. Better not be in competition with me, Rico. No, I'm just kidding. You could if you wanted. It wouldn't bother me. What is up with this? This name is being spammed all of a sudden. That guy doesn't sound like a bot, though. So what? We're definitely getting hit with bots. That's really weird. Hey, what's up, Lady Plantslot? It's good to see you. It's been a bit. Welcome back. What is up with this? Who even is that? This is so random. These bots aren't even like... I met Dr. Jonathan Steele Mueller, I don't know, and he's the best. He quadrupled my Bitcoin. Like, what are they even advertising? They're just like advertising some person? Like nothing related to crypto. Just that's a first. I will say that is a first. I've never seen that happen here. It's not the worst thing. Not that bad. But I have a fix. I have a hot fix. So we're gonna patch real quick. So unfortunately for Anna, no one's gonna be chatting about her here anymore. Sorry, Anna. You guys, the mods, you guys don't even have to ban them. They can't do what they came here. That's what I like to do. Many channels just like spend a lot of time banning bots, banning weird people who are advertising. I don't know. I don't like to ban them. I like to let them go and then figure out how to make it impossible for them to communicate their message in my channel by removing words that they have to use to do it. That's like 4D chess. So now that none of them are going to be able to talk about her. Boom. They're all going to be quiet now. She's a butterface. I am the Buddha. What's up, man? She's my girlfriend and I'll fight anybody for her honor. I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her before. These 10 bots told me about her today. Ben Nicolason. Nicolason. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you, brother. They're cheap. They're cheap glasses. I like them, though. Yeah, it's engagement. Let them engage away. Chris Cirque, what's up, dude? It's good to see you. Oh, yeah. Dubnet, Mark. Definitely is. Definitely is. It's so odd. Who falls for that? Like, I can see falling for the giveaway scams they do. I mean, I hope no one does in here, but I can see it at least. It's like you're new to crypto, or maybe you like get into crypto because you see it, but you see this channel that looks official, has a lot of subscribers, has a lot of like watchers, has a lot of maybe people talking in the chat, and then you see in a very official looking video. Like, I can see people falling for that, but how do people fall for these ones where it's like 10 bots talking to each other in a way that like no humans talk? Like there's only positivity about the topic. Like, this is 2020, man. There's no topic that you're gonna have 10 people talking about where it's all sunshine and roses. Like, someone's gonna be like, what are you talking about? How do they fall for that? It's like, ah, yes, Professor Whitting Fathermsworth is the best trader. I made $8 million in 1 second. Like, I don't know who's falling for those. I guess it's that the cost to do it is so low that it like doesn't really matter. Like maybe zero cost, or rounded down zero. Yeah, but lizard people, man, come on. Yeah, dude, it's just like a YouTube thing. If you have enough people watching, you always get bots. Like, at some point, If you have enough live viewers, you get the bots. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Sharknado. Wait, I missed something. I missed something. I missed. Where did you go? Someone really wants to know about Anna. Where did it go? No, I read someone's comment and then all of these bots confused me. The bots are learning. These aren't even the worst. The great bot attack of 2019. That was the worst. Barely made it out alive. There it is. Mr. Adiola. Do I watch DGB? And the answer is absolutely. Absolutely do I watch DGB. One of my personally one of my favorite coins. Personally. So, looking alright. Something I like about it especially is that it has a chart history and we can look at it. Wonder if there's one that's calculated by TradingView. Let's see. Because I want more chart history. Not enough. No, there's no Bittrex calculated. What? Why? That makes me very sad. Bitfinex has Digibyte contracts, whatever. That's, I wouldn't have expected that. Well, it doesn't look like I'll get any longer USD history. That's okay. Weekly, last time we looked at it, same position we're in now. We're watching for the bullish divergence on the weekly, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it as long as Digibyte doesn't sell all the way down and break under 0.0316 cents. Currently trading at almost 30 cents. As long as it doesn't have a 90% sell, it will create bullish divergence on the weekly. Nothing's guaranteed. Anything is possible. But I think for most purposes, we can say that is unlikely. Not impossible, unlikely. And that will print MACD bullish divergence on the weekly. RSI, it's a little sketched, a little more sketch. We could look here to these closes, which would be these lows and highs in RSI, and then we could look here to this, and we could say that that is bullish divergence. We have the lows coming up and the lows coming down. That's a little too ugly, so I'm not going to put the Tom Crown stamp on it yet. This trend line was fire, straight fire. Amazing. Looks like it's held. We had a pretty ugly daily structure on Digibyte, but it's like it's surviving so far. No divergence. A little bit of bearish divergence on the highs though. Don't like seeing that. What can you do? But that's just MACD. RSI not showing the same bearish divergence off the highs. That's good. Did have daily bullish, but that's too old to really matter anymore. Wow. Dry. Whoa, okay. Smack the mic around. Smack the expensive mic around. See how that goes. Yeah, man, we from bottom to top, DGB had that ugly Class B bearish divergence. I think it's Class B because it has that V top, which is very ugly. Rejected, or we saw the bearish divergence, we saw the sell-off, and we've seen what is the 0.5 retrace from bottom to top. That is the most probable move, and we see it. That's good. Does kind of appear that DGB is flagging here. Do you see a little flagging evidence? Welcomed. And yeah, would not surprise me in the slightest to see Digibyte just range below the descending high trend and above the ascending low trend. That would not surprise me in the least. Probably a good, that would probably be a good outcome. I would put the edge on up if we see this play out. But there's not a lot going on there. There's not a lot of TA to be done. Or so it seems. I do love Digibyte, so question answered. No divergence. No real divergence on the 4 hour. Yep, I think that the edge is on this squiggly line. Wiggly wiggly. Here we go. Back to Bitcoin. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. Ooh, hopefully we're getting a little spice here. Some Spice Girls. Of course, Tomas, and I'm here every day, brother, so come join whenever. No donating to gossip or entertainment for me. We going up now, boys. Oh, I like your energy, buddy. I like your positive attitude. That is true, Ja. This is the best day of the month to sign up for Patreon, if you've been thinking about it. Best day of the month. That way you get the full month. Use Qcoin for DGB. I just use Bittrex because I know DGB, at least in Bitcoin pair, has a long history on Bittrex. Does not appear that is true with the USD pair, however. Check out the DGB on Bittrex. DGB, USD, no, BTC. Tongue twisters. Likely have a orderly resistance here at 300. Likely support at 135. We got a bunch, actually. Got a bunch of them. See where we are on our retrace quickly, and then I'm gonna move on. 405. That makes sense. There should be resistance there as well. Alright. Alright. How are you now? There we are. I think DGB, maybe in this quarter, maybe 2021. Aiming for 400 sats. That's reasonable. These wicks are ruining the chart. No real divergence on the monthly, which is odd, to say the least. I'm gonna look at the weekly, and then I'm gonna back off of this one for a while. Wow, that was bottomed in RSI for almost a year. Jeez, that's crazy. That is really crazy. Yeah, you got the weekly dip. Okay, yeah, moving on. I could stare DGB all day. Tomas, man. You know, these the videos, I do appreciate you being here live, so you can swing it. Awesome. But the videos are available the next day. They are recorded, so if you ever want to get some sleep, which you should, you can always wait till the next day for them. But I'm a night owl also, so I feel ya. I feel you if you just want to stay up. Man, a man not only after my own name, but after my own sleeping pattern. Tomas. That was my name in Spanish class, was Tomas. I really like that name, actually. It sounds cooler than Thomas. I like that name. Tomas. Nice, we're doing good on search. Still in search. We're not hitting the Bitcoin keyword today, though. I wonder why. No, it's because our views are probably a little lower than yesterday. Oh, definitely. 96 watching. Still good. Still great. Still amazing. Still love all of you. Still wonderful for being here. I think we're about to get some spice. Yeah, we hit 130 earlier. Now we're down to about 100. That's not bad, though. Nothing's happened in this entire time, so I'm pretty happy we even have this many. If anyone that's in here has not liked the new stream yet, maybe your like will be the deciding like that gets us into the Bitcoin keyword search result. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, dude. I have a sexy voice. Compliment's a compliment. Doesn't matter who it comes from. Alright, let's break this. We need some action. I'm trying to scan for coins over here off screen for signs of spice. Not seeing it. Ocean, maybe now. Seems a few coins did a little pumping today. A little bit. But they're all selling off now. Does not look super great. Ren might be the good one. Balancer. Okay, I've never heard of Balancer. Nem. Digibyte did some pumping. Pretty flat market. There's only 3 coins in all of CoinGecko that are above 7% gain in 24 hours. That is unusual. Typically there's a handful. That are have even larger gains than that. Oh, my beautiful salt. Salt we talked about briefly yesterday. Salt's being investigated by, I think, the SEC for selling unregistered securities to Americans, and pumped 120% yesterday. So if you guys are worried about the BitMEX thing, take a look at the salt thing and understand just how irrational this market can be. And just how these things like don't matter. Pumped 100-something% on the news that they were being like slapped by the book from the SEC. PMA. Total S coin up 52%. I don't even think it's available on. Is it even available? No. I don't think that there is even a chart on TradingView for PMA. Puma. But it's up 50%. It's just the... Oh, there is. Sweet. Sweet, there is. Cool beans. Okay, that looks ridiculous. Okay. Right. It's interesting. Its USD value is down largely 50% from early August, this S coin that I'm looking at. Its USD value is down 50. Why am I lost here? They changed this all up on me again. Stop doing this, TradingView. Every time you do this, I get thrown through a total loop. It confused me. Pretty bad. Like, am I having a stroke? Why is this different? So the BTC pair, not that interesting to look at because it's at 2 sats. Is it at 2 sats though? That doesn't sound right. I wonder where this little scanner is getting its data from, because it's saying it's trading at 5. Starting to think I don't believe it. Maybe hit BTC. Huh. I'm so lost. This is saying 2. Why is my portfolio this? Why is it saying 5? That's not right. Oh well. Then that's not as interesting as I expected. Oh well. Life will go on. I'm gonna check it out anyway. Kind of struggling for things to chart. Yeah, gonna have a daily bullish divergence here pretty much no matter what. Unless it sets a new all-time low. A lot of coins are in that position. And that's gonna be true for... not for RSI yet. Deep retrace there. Deep retrace. What's the 786? Alright, that chart's kind of boring. I thought that might be interesting. Apparently, the whole crypto market is trying to make it not interesting today. Fair enough. IG Amizi. IG Amizi. How does this work? Good question. It's a mouthful to answer though. Ella B, what's up? It's good to see you. Good to have you. Yo, E-hole. Tube and lube, that is the motto around here. Good to see you, bruh. $95 watching, 84 likes. That's pretty darn good. You guys did a great job again today. Viewership is a little down versus yesterday. That makes sense. Yesterday was a big day. If you frequent this stream, you would know that I was pumped for it. I was ready. I was hyped. Maybe that brought in some more people. Who knows? No way to tell. Man. Gotta go to the bathroom, but I don't want to get up because the last few times I've gotten up, viewership dropped quickly and then we fell out of search results. But dang, do I have to go to the bathroom? If you guys promise not to leave, make it very quick. Maybe I'll do this. This is my little like secret I came up with yesterday. Ready? I'm still here. I'm gonna leave that there and see if that works. I'm gonna be gone 2 minutes. Nobody move. Everybody stay where they are. I don't want to see anyone have left. In the meantime, like and subscribe. Join the Discord. Check out the Patreon. Are you ready to rumble? All right. How do you think that this bamboozle worked? I feel like it would work on me. We only lost a few. That's not bad. What I should really do is get a transparent background image, but like a GIF of me like just kind of subtly moving and play that. I feel like that would really bamboozle people. You'd be like, why isn't he talking? He's doing a lot of moving all the time. It's a little weird. Not saying anything. Nice. Still in search. We didn't lose search. You guys did great. You guys have been MVPs lately. I think it's music time for me. Boom, boom. Oh yeah. Maybe we'll change up the music. This is a little chill. Want something a little more poppy, a little peppy. Go to our liked tunes. You know, let's put on the classic. For Dalenson. I dedicate this song to Dalenson. There we go. That's the right mood. That's the right tone. All gold everything. Thank you, Tomas. Oh yeah, I'm good, man. It's just a little internet interruption, maybe. Let's see. Went over how everyone should like the stream. Everybody should subscribe, and we've been getting subscribers, so that's nice. Oh, Sung Tae Kim, didn't even see you there. Welcome. I went over the Twitter giveaway. And Patron. Patron's the biggest today. It's the 1st of October. It's like the best day possible to join Patron. Just to recap, Patron membership gets you access to exclusive technical analysis and trade setups published daily, typically on average more than one publish a day. But I mean, I publish when there's good stuff, so sometimes there's a day or two where there's nothing. Exclusive educational content, weekly one-on-one sessions with me. Not mandatory, they're optional, but for every patron. For a more tailored learning experience for each patron, let's put it that way. And we have our social night every Saturday now. It's a lot of fun. So check it out. I do everything in my power. Always welcome feedback, but I do everything in my power to make it worth the investment. And my aim is to have it be an investment in you. If you want to become a self-sustaining trader, not relying on signals and kind of stuff like that. If you want to be able to find these trade setups yourself, that's my goal, is to help you get there. For our lend. Nothing. Nothing on the lend. And we do see divergence. See this divergence on the 4 hour between the lows. Bullish divergence. Whenever you're talking about divergence on the lows, you're always talking about bullish divergence. And whenever you're talking about divergence on the highs, you're always talking about bearish divergence. So we're looking at the lows. Bullish divergence between the 6th and 21st of September. MACD agrees. MACD in agreement. Doesn't look super played out. Last time we looked at this chart, I said we were going to look for We're going to look for a test of the high trend here, currently at 66 cents. Likely that it gets hit at some point. Ooh, on the daily though. On the daily we do have bullish divergence. There we go. And this is fresh. This is fresh bullish divergence. Okay. Of course, never have it our way. It's not on RSI though. But on MACD we have it. We have our 0.5 retrace already completed. We got bullish divergence off the 0.5 retrace. That's sitting pretty nice. That's not a bad position. Looking for 64 cents on Lend. I think the edge is a test of that high trend. Not a lot to say about it though. That's really it. We have daily bullish divergence. We're retracing, we have a high trend, logical target, weekly resistance at 70 cents, possibly also a 59 cent weekly resistance. Not a lot going on, that chart is not super telling. ADA, we can take a look at ADA. All right, ADA, following the path that I was expecting. I still think 87 cents or 0.87 cents is likely on ADA. On the 4 hour, we're seeing potential bullish divergence building. Not on MACD, of course. Hit our 10.04 cent resistance. Coming off a 4 hour bearish divergence. That was the play. That's why I don't know if any patrons played this, but this was one of the trade setups recently. Was looking for a short at 10.04 cents and to ride that short down to the 0.87 cent area all the way down maybe to 0.85, and then a second trade possibly taking that short all the way down to 0.75 cents. Played well. Played very well. Let me see, can't find that. There we go. Cool. Whoa. There we are. Why is this so weirdly sized? Where did my other chart go? There we go. Technical difficulties. Yep. And we saw it play right here. This is the kind of stuff you can look forward to as a patron. We caught it. Looked to go short at this resistance. Just one I remembered. Yeah, not a lot going on with ADA either. We have this 4 hour building, bullish divergence, not positive if it's completed, because we saw triple MACD bullish divergence on the daily. None on the RSI, of course, because RSI is a punk as of lately. Looks like some consolidation. Under resistance. Ooh. Didn't know this. ADA closed last week bullish engulfing. Did not notice that. That is a fancy sign. And is likely to see some support. I might have to refine. My ADA projections. 0.95 cents likely to offer some weekly support. Very nice. Monthly closed as expected. Quarterly. Not too much going on there. 0.83 cents support on the quarterly. Yeah, ADA a little dry. We're really watching for this 4 hour to find support and to see a response from that bullish divergence we're seeing building on the lows. Boop boop boo doo. 91 watching and 90 likes. That's a nice spread. We could get it over. We could have more likes than viewers. That would be a little crazy. Man, it's looking a little chill, a little low energy into this close tonight. Can tell because all of the 24-hour crypto streams are pretty empty. Man. Lacking action. Action lacking. Ah, yeah, I know something I wanted to look at. I just remembered. Okay. So on the 4 hour for Bitcoin, totally forgot about this. I even told Ja, I was like, dude, I gotta remember to watch for this, and then I didn't. So where are we? Right here. On the 4 hour. Yes, this is what we're looking for. We are looking. Very nice. So, from the swing low on the 23rd to the swing high on the 28th, looks as if we've had a 618 retracement. It's a golden retrace. If the low is in for this move, likely to see upside. Likely to see upside. How much upside is the question? So we will take a peek right now. Taking a peek. 11.1 for the measured move. 11.868 for the extension. Here's something that's pretty spooky, actually. This is pretty spooky. So the measured move lines up with this weird little channel that we have, which I'm just going to throw into my TA now, because why not? When in Rome. Lines up with this trend I drew on October 3rd. The start of October 4th at 11,511. That might not be out of the question. Man, it doesn't even look bad. Gonna have to see buyers pick up the pace here, but 618 retrace, that's not it's not too shabby. Let's see what it looks like actually drawn from the lowest point to the highest point of this vol of September. That's a 0.5, okay. Alright, I like the way that looks though. So what I was looking for here, what got me started on this tangent, is this. Get rid of these to make it a little clearer for you. Okay. What I was looking for on this tangent was, we see here what could have been, or possibly is, a harmonic pattern. And while this harmonic pattern is bearish, I believe, what pattern is that? It's like a bearish shark, maybe. So while this pattern is bearish, what we were really looking for is, I was hoping for a 5-0. I was hoping to see price pull back to the 0.5 retrace and then head for what likely would be probably the 1272 extension. Likely. But we didn't get that. Seems as if that wasn't in the cards. Man, where is the spice? What's up, Mandeep Kumar? How you doing, bro? It's good to have you here. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome, new viewers. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh my. No, we have not, Shark. We have not looked at longs versus shorts. One of my favorite charts. A very meaningful, actually, very meaningful chart. Wow. Shorts, and this is only Bitfinex, so not a view of the total market. Just a Bitfinex, unfortunately. That's the only data we have. What stands out to me? Stands out. Shorts are incredibly low on Bitfinex, which has been the case since June 2019. I'm not sure what could be said about that, but it does look as if shorts are in a descending wedge, which is a pattern that typically breaks up. Not a lot to say there for shorts. For longs, longs much higher. Long's looking to make some kind of reversal pattern as well. With this M. Huh. Maybe just Bitfinex positions are bullish. Not about the market, but just that they're both looking to increase, I feel. And this chart's so old that I don't even have like my updated format on it. It's still that awful gray. There's like so little to discern from this chart. It's annoying. I wish that they had more. I wish they had more positions or more exchanges or maybe an aggregate available on TradingView for Bitcoin longs and shorts, because Bitfinex is weird. I don't know why Bitfinex. I don't know. It's weird to me that Bitfinex is not the one in trouble right now. Maybe some bullish divergence on the 4 hour. I don't know. This is just a funky chart in general. Yeah. It's just weird. Bitfinex has been acting strange lately. There's not a lot. I feel like there's not a lot to say about them. They fixed this wick yet? Nope. They will. Soon enough. Man, I thought we were gonna get more spice. Nice. Another this is another trade for patrons. That was posted, I don't know, what, maybe 2 weeks ago. Looking to play the double bottom at 109 sats, or 110, whatever. Went extremely well. Extremely well. But unfortunately, not a lot has happened since. We haven't gotten the upside that I really wanted quite yet. And on the daily, not really seeing signs of it at this point. Okay, there's a little daily bullish divergence actually on RSI. That's cool. Okay, that's not the worst thing that could happen. Nothing. Okay, here we go. Vet BTC riding that 200 daily EMA. We talk about it all the time. Riding it. With daily bullish div, not too bad. Decent edge. I think we made the right trade here. I felt good about that one when I posted it. Hopefully some patrons, I know some did. I know some people played that. I mean, we're at the 618. We have daily bullish divergence. We're at the 200 EMA daily. Ooh.
Free your education. Make sure your coin is tarred and seen by Tom by sending a tip. Not REQ, but appreciated. Love you guys. I'll go and bet on me.
Yeah, the tips definitely do get my attention. They're very loud sometimes. We're at the 618. We have daily bullish divergence. We have the 200 EMA supporting price. Not sure what more we could ask for here. If this breaks down, I'm gonna be... It's possible, but I'd be very confused. Very confused. This is one of the most solid setups that I've spotted in quite some time. And that's why I posted it to patrons, to the old patrons. We see this old resistance. Actually, this probably dates back even farther than this. Yep. Maybe even farther than that. Yep. Super important level to vet. 110 sats, that's where we're looking to go long. We have every single freaking... We have all of the technical analysis edge that we'd want. It just hasn't done it yet. So I'm absolutely bullish on Vet BTC. Especially, well, if it holds the 109 sat range. I don't know, I can't imagine this scenario where this doesn't break up. I mean, at least break up and head to 175 sats, something. If not, test the high. I mean, this is an amazing setup. Amazing setup. A little taste of what the patrons get. It's solid. It's crypto. Everything in the world could be saying the edge is long and it could still go down. But this is a solid trade based on technicals. It's an easy trade to eye a stop loss for. Very easy to manage your risk on this trade. It's a good trade, but even the best trades don't always play. They don't always play. We even have like the descending wedge, it's just like, in what realm doesn't this break up? I do not know. Yeah, I think technically one of the nicest looking charts that we've seen. Now we're just waiting. See, I have this alert set, never fired. Just waiting. Set an alert for the breakup as well. Man, I can't believe nothing's happening. Come on. It's the first of the month, crypto. You're disappointing me. It's the first of the month. It's supposed to be exciting. so we can have a lot of cool stuff to look at and talk about, and you're just gonna be like sideways while I'm on. Come on, dude. Yeah, but this trade setup, this is one of my favorite that I've posted to Patreon. Like, one of my favorite. So solid. I should add that, should add this line to it. Yeah. Oh yeah, vet. Looks awesome. That's, again though, for people, especially new people, you may be listening or watching. That is vet BTC. It's not vet Bitcoin. Or it's not vet dollars, dude, my brain is mush. It's not the US dollar value of vet. It's the Bitcoin value of vet. So yes, I'm bullish on vet BTC. But that does not mean that vet is going to go up in dollar value. Vet could go down in dollar value, but up in Bitcoin pair, which means you've increased the amount of Bitcoin value you have, but the value of Bitcoin may have come down. So I think there's a heavy edge on it gaining versus Bitcoin that says nothing about its US dollar value. There's the friendly warning. And we've watched this whole 4-hour candle has been right here. Something of note though here with these 4-hour candles. We saw the first bearish engulfing 4-hour as we began the sell-off. The second one, roughly half the size. And now here we are on the current candle closing in 32 minutes. Looks to be closing some kind of doji. To me, this shows that the momentum for the sell-off is slowed down and possibly subsiding. If this candle closes here, I would put like a 60% edge if this candle closes here, that the next candle will at least open green and engulf this 4-hour. I certainly would expect a retrace to that 10.7 area, maybe even up back to this previous support, 10.761, previous resistance, whatever. Yeah, I mean, you see it, like, each candle is about half the size of the previous, and that is a sign of exhaustion. If you ever heard the concept trading momentum or trading exhaustion, that's a way to do it. Can't tell if I'm missing something or if there's just nothing there. Probably nothing there. I mean, we've already seen this pattern, seen this play out. It could just be a fractal again. Bitcoin does love its fractals. Let's see what that would look like. Okay. Starting here. This is what we would see if it plays out again. Riveting. Riveting. I do like how it's seemingly respecting these supports and resistance zones. I'd like it a little better if it's touched. Yes. It looks pretty similar though. I mean, we have the sell-off, the slow, not a very strong bullish response, a little distribution before selling again to a slightly lower low and creating divergence, and that's what we're looking for here. So it may very well play out this way. Probably not all of this, but at least the shelf dump could play out very, very similarly. Bang. Bang, bang, bang. We still have 95 watching. We need to do nighttime streams. We need to do evening streams every day. Because we have been... When we've been doing them earlier in the day, we were not hitting 98. We weren't holding 98 consistently. The crown influenza. Nah. It's just dry. It's just dry here. Especially in this room. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yesterday was an exciting day. I feel like people are probably a little tuckered out. I'm a little tuckered out. Yesterday was a beast of a stream. Went for like 4+ hours or something. People are a little tired, I think. Seems like Bitcoin's a little tired. If you're just joining us recently or new here, would appreciate if you gave the stream a like if you're enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, you can give it a dislike if you want. You can be honest with your thumbs. Oops. Honest with your thumbs in our community. Make sure you're subscribed so you can catch our daily videos. We're live pretty much every single day, 7 days a week. Maybe more like 6 days a week, but enough. If you're not in the Discord, links in the chat, pop in there. It's a great time. It's the best way to keep up with the stream, with the fam. You'll know when we're going live. Sometimes it's variable depending on price action in the market. So it's the best way to keep up. There's also a 24/7 live stream in there. Always running. And final time, I'll say it. Probably for tonight, final time, so forgive me. It is the first of the month. It is October 1. Today is the most efficient, best value day to sign up for Patreon. So if you're new to trading, you new to crypto trading maybe specifically, and you're looking to improve your trading skills, looking for an environment of education and self-improvement, check out the Patron. Patron offers exclusive daily content like trade setups, technical analysis, educational tidbits, but also, and most importantly, the best part of Patron is weekly opportunities for one-on-one trading, mentoring, tutoring, whatever you want to call it, where you and me spend some time, get to know each other, and talk crypto, talk trading, and go over whatever it might be that you can't find answers to, and I will help you the best I can. So if you're looking to invest in yourself to become a stronger trader, then might be time to check out Patreon. Been really enjoying helping our current patrons. I get to share my passion, and you get the benefits of someone who, hopefully, you see me as someone who knows what they're talking about. If you don't, then why would you sign up for Patreon? You get the benefits of my experience in the space, and I'm dedicated to making it a good value. So I think pretty much everyone has had pretty positive reviews on it so far. But weekly one-on-ones, man, you don't get that anywhere else, and you definitely do not get them at that price point. So check it out. That's the last time I'm shilling it today. We'll resume shilling tomorrow. Don't worry. You don't need to get too worried. But check it out. You don't want to wait till the middle of the month to sign up if you're going to. You just lose out on those days. Patron billing's very weird. You have no control over it. Trying to make this fit. Not working. I don't even know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'm not really sure. That is correct. That's correct. I don't know why I didn't read it. Olgo. You mean algo? Maybe. Either way, thank you, Dubnet. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Do you mean algo? Or is Olgo just something I'm not familiar with? That's possible. But that is correct. Saturdays. Both the Patron night and the one-on-ones. The one-on-ones are during the day. Patron night is at night. EST time. Algo USD. See a little bearish divergence on the highs here. But may be invalidated by this middle non-bearish wave up. And also by the more recent bullish divergence on the lows. We saw a sweet bounce from our 26.12 cent support. Lots of bullish divergence there. Sent price up to test 32.50. Was retaken. Now it looks like it's coming back to test the 32.50. Did in the last 4 hours. Not seeing any divergence there on the 4 hour for the support test. That daily bull div is too much to ignore. I really have the same targets for algo as I have had. They haven't really changed. 50 cents. 50 cents is the target, an upside potential 57 cents. But there's not much that's changed here, really. Just looks like it retook it was support, broke, flipped to resistance, was retaken, now it's testing as support again. Not much to it. If 32.5 cents holds, then we're gonna go up to 38 cents. Likely to see some resistance there. If it retakes it, 50 cents. 50 cents for me is pretty much an inevitable target. Inevitable target for algo. Just can't, unfortunately, provide a time frame. Don't know. $32.50 is just the solidest monthly support. I think it'll hold. I think the edge is long. Certainly the long was from the 26.12 down here, but not a terrible spot. Not a terrible spot even now. Man, now we're getting more viewers somehow. Like, what's happening? I'm not upset, but like, is something happening? Where are they coming from? It's just like the late night owls. Welcome, late night owls. The dollar. I don't see much. Yeah, I see what you say. I see what you're saying. 0.02. It's not really important. I don't like the 4-hour bullish divergence right at support, but the daily doesn't look. What is it? The weekly or the daily? Not looking too great. Monthly failed to close above 94.65, and now it's seeing selling. Let's see. Gotta wake up. We got this. 94.65 was the wick low March 2020 on the dollar. Acted as support. We sold off, and now seems to be acting as resistance. This was a logical spot to find resistance. Made sense. Because if we take the swing high in June to the swing low in August, that 94.65 lines up almost perfectly with the 0.5 retrace. And so that makes sense. That would totally make sense. Certainly the dollar looked very strong in September, closed bullish engulfing, but failed to retake that 94.65. And if we zoom out to the quarterly, we see that it really doesn't matter. That September bullish engulfing, it's not a huge player right here. This is a solid monthly candle, second in a row. And for you that were here, you guys that were here a little bit ago when I was talking about Bitcoin maybe seeing selling exhaustion here on the 4-hour, because we have a 1.7% red candle followed by a 0.9% red candle, shows that the selling is shrinking, and that if we close a doji here on the current 4-hour in 15 minutes, likely we'll see reversal to the upside. Yeah, like maybe 10.7, something like that. So in the opposite of this, what is spicy is the dollar quarterly had a minus 1.5 and then a minus 3 above 3% candle in a row, which suggests that momentum has not slowed. Momentum is not slowed like we're seeing on Bitcoin on the 4-hour right now. And in fact, so we'd be looking for a 7% candle. That would be nutty. In fact, suggests that we could see even as low as 87.22 if we don't see signs of seller exhaustion. By the end of this year, we could see 87.22 on the dollar. It would be a 7% sell-off in 3 months. Is that the most probable thing to happen? No. That's a huge sell-off. But it's totally possible. Totally possible. The quarterly does not lie. Does not lie. You have 2 red closed quarterly candles in a row, starting with a smaller candle, then a candle that is twice the size. That is momentum increasing. That's not showing reversal. We can see it here. January 2017, minus 1.6%, minus 5%. That was a little bigger of a jump. A little bit. And then we had a 2.67, so it's about half the size. This suggested that buyers or sellers were getting exhausted. Didn't quite play out perfectly, but you can see that it failed to really ever, it failed to ever have a quarterly close deeper than this July 17th one. This showed exhaustion. This does not show exhaustion yet. Just as if, let's erase all this. If we could only see this right now, we would not expect a reversal yet. We would definitely expect another quarterly candle to close red. Ideally, if you were a bull, you'd want it to close as a doji, because then you would be getting that reversal signal. But as soon as you got this next quarter printed, you could start thinking about a reversal. Okay. Bears don't have the same power they had in the previous quarter. Then you saw that was true, it was valid, because the next quarter closed even smaller. Now the next one after this is a little bit of a fake out. We saw what could have been maybe a little momentum picking back up, but if you look back, 2.5 is smaller than 2 of these candles in this range, and so it's not a true sign of momentum. And boom, bulls took it back. So that's what I'm looking for here. It is possible that this quarterly in 2020 to end 2020 closes small, and then I would be looking for reversal. But I'm not looking for reversal right now on the dollar. Despite the bullish engulfing monthly that just closed, I'm looking for maybe a short-term rally. Short-term rally, a relief rally, something. But that doesn't bode well for the end of the year. That quarterly close sucks. It is a miserable quarterly close. It's one of the largest in recent history, too. One of them. Yeah, well. What's up, Agent Bambi? It's good to see you. I'm getting a little beat. But thank you. I love those encouraging words. I think I want to see this 4-hour close at least. Hey, that closes the daily too. Cool. Somehow we're picking back up on viewers. I'm not complaining. Welcome, new faces. Welcome, welcome to the show. Kind of at a loss what to look at. New people are showing up and it's like, yeah, and I'm not sure what to look at now. BTCD, I'm still bullish, man. I'm still bullish on the dominance. Needs to retake the 50 moving average daily. And then I think it's off to the races on BTCD. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance moves typically very slowly. So this retaking of the 50 could be, we could see something like this. It could take a month of trending underneath it. But in general, there's only really one direction Bitcoin dominance can go. If you look at it from the most macro of perspectives, there's only one direction it can go. Over time, that's down. It cannot really ever retake its previous 99.9%. That's when they started making Bitcoin dominance charts when the first alts were added. I still have an upside target on BTCD at 62.16 to 64.67. I think that's the most probable move. We were seeing some pretty crazy divergences across daily, I think even to the weekly. Yep, even the weekly. Bullish on the weekly. Gonna be hard to it's gonna be hard to sell off on that with such strong divergences being seen across such large time frames. It's gonna be difficult. Where's my water? Here it is. Eight minutes until close. Let's get it. Let's get it, boys and girls. 104 likes and 104 people watching. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Check out Snapchat for Agent Bambi, dude. I'll look at anything. Look at anything for Agent Bambi. It's Snap Inc., right? Snapchat. I thought there's Snap Inc. It looks like it just did test the 1618 this week. And here's what we're gonna do, because we have what looks like we have the potential for a double top. Not saying that we have a double top, but we have the potential. So what do we need to do, boys and girls? And that is look for divergence. And sadly, we get it immediately. Wow, this is the funkiest chart I've ever seen. This has so much bearish divergence. How is it still up? How is this thing still climbing? I mean, people do love their Snapchats. The kids these days, they love their snaps. They love their snaps and chats. Looks like we have triple bearish wait, what? Why is this so low? This is weird. Looks like we have triple bearish divergence on the highs here. Triple on both MACD and RSI on the daily. Let's zoom it out. Let's do like a week. Why would we have that? We have to have some other signals elsewhere. Oh yeah. So this is not gonna cut it. Not gonna cut it. Where would we have to see? We would need at least to the measured move at 3169 to even think about avoiding this bearish divergence. On the weekly, currently, we do have bearish divergence, but we don't know if this move is done yet. So we could just call it right here and say RSI lower high on the weekly, same price. But we don't know that yet, because we could continue to move up. We could go to 31.62. Then maybe we don't have that bearish divergence. But if you see a rejection in this weekly candle, look out. Look out, man. Because you have what could be weekly bearish divergence. You also have this kind of cup and handle pattern, which is pretty nice. Like, I like it, but the indicators are saying you might get a higher high in price, but you're probably not going to get a higher high in when it comes to MACD or RSI. To be honest, I think the smart play, maybe you're talking about this 618, 28.96. To be honest, I would personally look to go short at 26.98. You can do a pretty tight, I could do a pretty tight stop loss. Maybe 29, I don't know, like 29.10. Just pick a random number. But then I would stop, and then I again would look. I would reassess if that short got stopped. If it continued up, I would reassess at 34.69, and what I'd be looking for then is I'd be looking for these signs to be invalidated. And if they were invalidated, if we had no bearish divergence then I would probably keep, I'd probably just be hands off. But I would look to see if we still have these bearish signals, and if we do, I would look to go short again at 34.69, probably stopping at 35. That seems like a solid play. But that daily is ugly on this. That daily is ugly, ugly. And the weekly is not much prettier, unfortunately. Yeah, man, I find it hard to be bullish on this. Like, potentially already seeing the double top, maybe a higher high, but with a lower high in RSI, almost certainly a lower high in MACD on the weekly. Daily has like triple bearish divergence in every direction. The monthly, though, monthly doesn't have it. Doesn't have the bearish divergence showing, but it's not really showing much in general. Man, this is a weird one. So here's something interesting. On the monthly, though, we can see a very obvious pretty obvious head and shoulders. This is inverted, so it's actually an inverted headed shoulders, which is bullish. This is a weird chart. This is a weird chart, man. It has like different, this is like saying different stuff in every direction. They're not now. Looks like Snap closed its quarterly the highest ever. Nice. Agent Bambi, this chart's gonna like haunt my dreams tonight. Like, what is going on with it? What? The daily has like triple bearish divergence on MACD and RSI. It's like, okay, well then that's bearish, right? Might get a little higher high in price, but that's bearish. And you zoom out to the weekly. And all of a sudden, like, the weekly isn't showing the triple because we have higher high and we have a higher high in RSI, but then is at the same point as this previous high with a lower high. So if it rejects here, it's definitely bearish. It can still push up and still, even on that push up, put in a lower RSI high on the weekly, and then it's bearish divergence again. And the MACD just shows almost no hope of invalidating that. Price would probably need to go like $50 right now. Not right now, but before it retraced or before it's rejected, I have to get like $50 to get rid of that MACD bearish divergence. I don't know. I don't know. has every possible signal on every different time frame. And then we have, like, in the macro, this potentially huge inverse head and shoulders. I don't know, Bambi, I love you. I don't know. I would look to short, personally. I think the edge is at those values. I think there's an edge. Heck yeah, dude. We'll talk about it Saturday. My back. All right, the daily is closed. The hourly closed green. Fancy that. I almost would have preferred a closed red. Like just slightly red. That closed up though. Nothing special. Guys, my back is starting to kill. Probably because we streamed so long yesterday. Probably. So what I think we're gonna do is probably call it. It sucks because we have so many people watching. I don't really want to call it. We're in search results because you guys are MVPs, getting that engagement up. Love you for that. But yeah, I think remember to like and subscribe. Get in the Discord. Check out the giveaway on Twitter. Discord links in the chat. And today, final reminder, best day of the month to sign up for Patreon. So if you're someone who's looking to grow as a trader, check it out. Check it out. Today's the best day, don't wait. I think we're just going to call it, boys. We'll be back tomorrow. Probably a little earlier. I'm going to aim more for 4 East versus the 5 East today. I had to run personal errands and stuff. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. We're live every day, baby. We're live every day, baby. Don't worry about it. We'll be back. Hopefully, so will you. We'll see you there. And as always, if anything crazy happens, doesn't matter what time of day it is, we'll be back. So until then, fam, love you guys. Oh wait, until then, fam, love you guys and happy trades. Sleep well. Catch you tomorrow.